Hey everybody, it's Jeff at the Forest and Fairways YouTube channel. Today we are going to do another cooking episode, and today we're going to do vegetable beef soup. And you might think, why am I doing a vegetable beef soup on an outdoor television show? Well, because we are going to use deer burger. This is your ingredient right there. Deer burger, potatoes, 1 red onion, Italian seasoning, black pepper, garlic salt, can of original Rotel, 46-ounce can of tomato juice, and then a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. Oh my goodness, that onion's got some potent, like CS gas, man. Whoa. This thing has got me crying, holy crap. Whew. I gotta step away from that for a minute. Holy crap. That sucker's potent. Alright, so now that I got done crying. Next thing we're gonna do, I missed this on the ingredients list, but just a little dab of olive oil. I'm going to saute these onions, get them nice and, you know, translucent. And all of this can be done in the same pot. While that's sauteing, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up the potato. I just like to cut them up in kind of a thin, little triangle looking thing here. It tends to do better. I'm sure there's better culinary ways of doing this, but this is how I'm doing it. All of my culinary expertise is through trial and error. So. Sauteing some onions here. Throw these around a little bit. Chopped up potatoes. Not going to use this other. That's plenty. So that's one big potato and like 1 small potato. We got done with that. We are just ready to put the meat on. Got the pound of deer burger in there. Just gonna chop it up and brown it. Garlic salt on here. A little bit black pepper. Go ahead and put a little bit of the Italian seasoning on the meat. It's good for the meat to cook in the seasoning, because then I'll season it one more time after I put everything else in there. Keep on stirring that around. So this is actually my mom's recipe, and growing up, I hated it. Hated it. Could not stand eating it. But now it's like one of my favorite things to cook. So it's one of those things that just, you know, over time you realize what your parents were doing for you and cooking for you and doing all that back in the day, and you start realizing why. We're going to the next step. Don't drain it, just throw it in. I like to stir it in there a little bit, let it saute for a minute too as I'm getting some other stuff ready. We're going to add the gigantic amount of tomato juice right here. I'm gonna be real careful with it, try not to dump this everywhere. Now that's a lot of tomato juice, so the next step I'm gonna stir that up a little bit. But then I fill that can back up with water. Quite fill it up the entire way, about 2/3, 3/4 of the way. And we'll pour that in there. Yeah, see that stuff is. Got our potatoes in there. Give it a stir. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and turn our heat up back up to 7. Just get that kind of starting to heat up a little bit, starting to boil. And then next step, let's throw our vegetables. Vegetables going. Give them a stir. Garlic salt. Black pepper. Italian seasoning. Now the second time I do the Italian seasoning, I'll typically put a little bit more than I did on the meat. Now let's do a little stirrage. Once it comes to a boil, turn it down to about 3, cover it, let it cook until the potatoes are soft, not falling apart. Now you want to cook it too long, then you'll have mushy potatoes, and that just kind of makes a weird. Just cook them until they're soft, where they're nice and edible, and then that's perfect. You start seeing some steam coming off this dude, and cover it, and just come back and stir it ever so often. I want to go and turn this down. Put that sucker about 3. Put the cover on it. That's all she wrote. All right, we've been cooking for about 30 minutes now. It's got a pretty good little boil going on here. Ooh, okay. These might be done. It's not quite, but they're soft. And that was 40 minutes, 45 minutes. So I am going to just turn the burner off and just let them simmer, because I'm afraid I will overcook these. Actually, let's try this one big honker right here. One big thick one. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, so I cooked in about 45 minutes, so a little less than an hour. Good to go. I am going to turn the burner off. I don't want to overcook these potatoes. Because again, I don't want the potatoes to be soggy. This will stay hot for probably a good couple hours. By the time everybody gets home and we're ready to eat, it should be perfect. So, all right, this stuff is done. Let's put it in a bowl and give us a bite and see what we think. It's looking pretty good. It's still hot, but very good. I hope y'all like this video. I'll be sure and put the recipe in the video description below. Again, this is my mother's recipe. It's amazing, and it is with deer burger, not hamburger. So we'll see y'all next time.